From the video that I watched, Michael Hirschman had stated that when sports grew in popularity and financial success, it caused a lot of corruption. It's not only happened at the professional level, but at the same time, it also happened at the amateur level. So we can see that corruption can happen everywhere and happen at any level. So nowadays we can see that parents are pushing their kids too hard in order to receive financial success, and not forget about their coaches where they recruiting young kids and paying them in order to win small titles. So all the money and the fame took the love of the game away from these young children. And this thing has gotten even worse within e-sport, where players are allowed to make money professionally at so much younger age. And then some of the parents are pushing their kids even harder than before to get the title, popularity, and also financial success. To be honest, I enjoy what Michael Hirschman is trying to do by bringing the love of integrity of the game back to the communities in order to unite the people around the world. And not to forget, it also provides an escape for crumbling communities and unity to people everywhere.
Right, for the main idea or issue that stated from Michael Hirschman is about sport as an equalizer. As he said in his talk, the scenario of the problem about the corruption in sport, which is the unfortunate part of using the money was diverted, in some cases that could have been used to better sport. For example, the money that could have been put into medical research, injury and lessening injury for athletes, especially for the better facilities or equipment for their training, but instead they have been found that in a position of having a discover hidden bank accounts and places outside of the New Zealand. So the continuation of this problem, personally I agree about what Michael Hirschman said, that sport has the ability to unite communities, nation, people, and it is look sport is a great equalizer, especially for all young, old, rich and poor generation, and the main point is to reduce the corruption issue in our community. It makes no difference what your status, heritage or where it is. You only need a desire and a commitment. For example, how sports unite a community is like whether the team is good or bad, everyone feels like part of the team's success and failures. The whole community cheers together when the team is up and comfort one another where they are down. Watching games close up and from afar, you can feel the community's collective energy. That's all from me, thank you.
Okay, so now I will explain about the example of corruption in sport. There I have two examples. The first one is Qatar is taking the heat for FIFA corruptions. Following by FIFA December 2010 decisions, creative voices widespread feelings of discontent about how Qatar had won its bid to stage the 2022 World Cup. Two distinct external investigations subsequently took place. Swiss prosecutors looked at specifically at money laundering in conjunction with decision to award the 2018 and 2022 tournaments to Russia and Qatar. The Justice Department prosecuted more than 50 individual and corporate defendants in and around FIFA. 27 people and 4 corporations pleaded guilty to various bribery and money laundering charges. Okay, next for the second example is Ibrahim Chabal. A referee from Nigeria in Africa has been banned by FIFA for lifetime for bribery and match fixing. He was also fined $201,000 from a FIFA investigator. Ethan described Chabot as probably the most corrupt referee the game of football has seen. The official was paid bribes to influence the outcome of national teams' games played in Africa, the Middle East and South America. His favorite tactic was awarding questionable penalty kicks often or real and imagined handball offense to have increased the number of goals scored. In May 2010, a warm-up game for World Cup has South Africa in Polokwane ended in a 5-0 win over Guatemala. Sabah awarded 3 penalties for handball and South Africa scored 2 of them. And then in September 2010, Bahrain won 3-0 against a team making itself out to be Togo national teams, but which was actually a group of imposter players. Sabah's job that time was to limit the number of goals scored, according to evidence from Perma after his arrest. So, that's all from me. I will pass to the next presenter. Thank you.
In general terms, corruption-related offences have proven difficult to detect. The reason for this are varied, but an important one is that individuals or groups directly involved in a corruption-related act often employ sophisticated methods to conceal their activities. Furthermore, in situations where the request for a bribe is coercive, the giver of the bribe might not report the act because of fear of retaliation. Therefore, it is important to develop and implement mechanisms to detect corruption that prioritize protecting the confidentiality of reporting person, that respect data privacy requirements, and that are based on the principle enshrined within the rule of law, namely the presumption of innocence, the right to be heard, and the preservation of integrity of investigation through the need-to-know principle. Equally important is to highlight the action taken as a result of reports in order to establish trust in the mechanism and the process of treating reports and to ensure there is no retaliation. To detect and report corruption in sport, several internal and external mechanisms can be used. This combination can encourage confidential reporting of violation without the risk of retaliation. Combining multiple sources of information from both inside and outside sport can be used to uncover corruption. As such, it is useful to develop a set of sport mechanisms to facilitate reporting either directly to superiors or to relevant departments such as relevant compliance and integrity units. Alternatively, sport organization can designate highly trusted individuals such as ombudsperson and establish internal reporting hotlines, mobile phone apps, and web portals, which can be operated by external service providers.
Next, corruption has played a disruptive role in preventing resource, money, products and service from reaching people who need them the most. For example, if an organization wants to build something new to the facility, they will have the money from the top level management. But when the money wants to divide to other units or the below management, they will get little of it because the top management took it for their own importance. The problem of corruption has been everywhere on any organization. Based on Michael Hirschman, FIFA also has a corruption problem. When Michael Hirschman joined the FIFA organization, he would like to clean up all of the corruption problems and made some minor but significant progress in reforming the FIFA organization. Unfortunately, FIFA disagreed to his method and the ideas on solving the problem. And Michael Hirschman was surprised about FIFA that they believed they were above the law and being arrogant about themselves. After he left FIFA organization, he joined the International Center for Sport Security and now become the CEO of the organization. Besides that, corruption lessening the ethic value in sport. The higher level corruption in sport has diminished the value and ethics in sport nowadays. As Michael Hirschman said in the video, sport is at a crossroad because higher level corruption in sport has begun to affect the athletes, and the downward trickling of these corrupt issues has begun to infect athletes. It also give bad review to the athlete who involved in corruption, and they will punish because of the problems. To prevent the corruption problem, a reformation must be made from top organization to the bottom organization. This is because when a reformation has been made, it will change the whole organization to a better governance. Imagine a sport without any corruption. The organization will be better governance, and the athlete below them will be taken care of. They will get enough money, service, and a good management for themselves. When the corruption has been taken care of, it will bring back the purity of sports. For example, we will not have bias on any team that who will win in any competition.